What's up, man? This is Beasley, Asylum Records, New York City, man. I'm reviewing my man Torrance's records. Torrance, if you're listening, what's good, man? How are you? I just got through running through your joints. Out of all three songs, I liked Bounce the most. I felt it had the most energy. The production was there, and it definitely had a big club feel. Get It In was okay, but it sounded a little cliche in terms of the chorus and the subject matter of the record. And the last joint, Maserati, was just okay to me. I really wasn't into that one too much, to be honest with you. But I think out of the three joints that you had, Bounce is definitely your record. My only criticisms, you may want to try to watch your slangs, you know what I'm saying, because your slang is what makes you unique and different, you know. And I felt like you had a lot of things in your record that people usually say, up in VIP, shouty, you know what I mean. There was a lot of different words in there that you have. I mean, I guess that people use in everyday language, but you want stuff that's stimulating to the ear. So you want to be able to write your rhymes in a way that when you do refer to something, whether it be a girl, whether it be some money, whatever it is, that people get the picture and they understand it, and they start to catch on and get new slang, and you bring a whole new element to the game. You know what I'm saying? Because you're providing people with information, you're starting a trend, and you're showing that you can be unique. Your energy and your delivery is good, but like I said, I feel where you're lacking at is like how you start your records with the yeah. You know, there's a lot of things these are things that people have done already. So when you hear these things, it's nothing new to the ear or different or exciting. You know what I mean? The records weren't bad, but it was nothing new that I haven't heard already. You know what I mean? But, you know, that comes with just, you know, trying different sounding music sometimes too, different beats. You know, maybe if you send three songs that are basically about the same thing. You know what I mean? Maybe you could have demonstrated, maybe you telling me an ill story about your neighborhood, about somebody you knew that you grew up with that went to prison, or your other man that you can't mess with him no more because he snitched on your whole neighborhood, or, you know what I'm saying, a girl that was young, looking good, and started jumping, you know what I mean, in and out of cars with the hustlers, and, you know what I mean, got caught up on dope or something, started dancing and lost control or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of real stories, you know what I mean, and things. I don't know your background, but, you know what I mean, I'm assuming that you done seen everything. You know what I mean? Talk about it in your music sometimes too, because it makes you have a stronger connection with your audience. You know what I mean? Even like Jeezy's first album, how he had like a lot of stories, like Don't Get Caught, stuff like that, experiences that he went through. Even the greats like Scarface, you know, they always had stories mixed in with their party music. You know what I'm saying? So you got to show that side of you, man. And you got to be able to look around you and see that there's so much for you that you can talk about. You know what I mean? Instead of just partying. You know what I'm saying? I understand maybe these were your party records and this is what you wanted to hear because you hear that this is what A&Rs are looking for and stuff like that. And I get it. And I definitely think Bounce is your party record, and that you should definitely take that record and get out there and hustle it and try to get DJs to play it and try to get a reaction out of it. But I think for the most part, you know, you want to try to show some diversity between your songs and make sure that you have actual topics and storylines and stuff on some of your music, where you can express yourself and talk about your background, or talk about your neighborhood, or things you went through, or things that you saw other people go through, because that's what enables the consumer to identify with you as a person and get a feel from you and where you're at, what part of North Carolina you from, and who grew up, and who was running your area when you was coming up, who was getting all the street money. This is what people want to hear and know about, because they don't have the history of North Carolina like that. So, you know, you got to be the one to bring that to the forefront and utilize your voice and your energy to express it. So, hopefully, you know what I mean, you got something from what I was saying. You know, I think you should keep at it. You got good energy. bounces your record, push that record, and let's try to get some different stories and topics on your music. You know what I mean? Let's hear something different. Let's hear you talk about some things that you went through. Let's hear some pain. Let's hear some things that you've seen, or things that we may not know about that come out of North Carolina, the culture. You know what I mean? And I think that will make you more diverse, and it'll broaden you and make you more interesting as an artist overall. Alright? You know what I mean? Keep at it. You know what I mean? I wish you the best, and I hope, you know what I mean, everything works out for you, man. Keep pushing, my G. One.